Welcome to BW Wellbeing World's Wellbeing Wednesdays with Harbinder Narula. My guest today is Namrata Purohit, who's a mindful movement practitioner and a sports nutritionist. She has authored a book called Lazy Girl's Guide to Being Fit. Despite all odds, she turned her passion for fitness into an entrepreneurial opportunity and founded the Pilates studio, which has now got presence across India. Let's speak to Namrata and understand her journey and the impact she is creating in the fitness industry in India today. Namrata, welcome to Wellbeing Wednesdays. Namrata, my first question to you is you were studying economics, right? And then you move from economics towards sports management. What motivated you to make this shift?
So actually, I've always been someone who's been very active into my sports and, just playing squash, football, horse riding. You can see the stables back here. So I've always been, heavily into my sports. And we actually started the Pilates studio when I was 16 years old. So much before I even decided to go into studying economics. So it's been a journey, and I knew that studying economics at the end of the day is also going to help me in the fitness world, in the business world, right? So I definitely wanted that knowledge. Mathematics is one of my favorite subjects, and the actual decision of studying economics was I don't want to give up on numbers. So that's how I got into economics. And after school, I was like, wherever I can study math, that's the course I want to do. So that's how I decided to do economics. And then while I was doing economics, we were running the Pilates studio, and I at the same time wanted to have an experience of studying abroad in a different university with different cultures, and also just learning from just the versatility out there. And that's how I decided to study sports management. I went to Loughborough University, which is a sports university. So I got the exposure to study sports management. And sports management actually has in the course a lot to do with economics, accounting, and the business end of sports.
Right. So, Namrata, apart from contributing to the fitness of people and to the fitness industry, what have been your personal learnings from this pursuit of sports and fitness industry?
Oh God, there's so much. Like I said, because I started sport at a young age, I think first of all, there's so much to learn from sport, from playing a sport. Like I think one thing that sport has definitely taught me is that you're going to fall, you're going to lose, you're going to also win, but you can never let any of that get to you. Whether it's in the sports world, it has to be replicated in life, I think, because there are going to be ups and downs, but we just have to take it in our stride and kind of move forward and do the best that we can regardless. And I think what I've learned from sport, is that at least for me personally, when I play a game or play a sport or even do something at work, I don't think I ever get disappointed. I think if something doesn't work out, as long as I know that I've tried my best, I'm happy. So I think sport has taught me to always put my best foot forward, do everything I can to achieve my goal, and just do the best. And then if something doesn't work out, change the plan, train again, try something new. So I think that's something that sport definitely has taught me. And also playing a team sport, which I used to play, which was football, as well as an individual sport, which was squash. So I think both those things taught me a lot in their own way, because obviously playing a team sport, you learn so much at that young age about teamwork, about you can only win if you build together. So that kind of taught me a lot, as well as my individual sport taught me that sometimes you just got to take care of yourself. So I think both those are important learning. And yeah, you're saying something.
No, no, absolutely. Please continue.
No, and I was just saying, like, even in the fitness world, I think training people and also through that, of course, training myself has taught me to just appreciate the body for everything it can do. Because the body is a machine. It's an incredible machine. It's you're sleeping, it's still working for you, breathing for you, digesting food for you, taking in nutrition for you. So no matter what part of your fitness journey you're at, I have learned to always appreciate my body. And that is something I keep telling clients, that no matter what part of your fitness journey you're at, because it's a journey, you can always be fitter. But no matter what stage, we should always love our body for what it is and never worry just about the way it looks, because it's just so much more than that.
That's a brilliant message that you have for our audience, Namrata. So, Namrata, before I go to Pilates, I'm very keen to understand about Pilates, but I want to understand about your life. You know, so Namrata, you met with an accident and you had to undergo a significant knee surgery or a knee operation, and that kind of brought your squash career to a standstill, right? And my question to you is, what went inside of you at that time? How did you feel? Were you stressed, or were you thinking that your life was over now? What was going on inside of you?
So, when I fell and was taken to the hospital and told I had to have an, then like, why is this happening to me? Like, what did I do wrong that this has to happen to me? But every dark cloud has a silver lining. And I think thanks to my parents who've always been really positive about things and like helped me through my entire journey, entire ups and downs. I think that support made a big difference. But like, had I not fallen, I probably wouldn't have fallen into the lap of Pilates. So, it's a silver lining because I fell, I looked around, tried 100 different forms of exercise to try and get better. And that's the only reason I found Pilates. So I'm really glad I fell, I guess, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing this interview with you today.
Uh, so, Namrata, you have published a book that you call The Lazy Girl's Guide to Being Fit, right? And
Yeah.
and this is a book that you published when you were 21 years old. What inspired you to create this book? What inspired you to write this book? And in your opinion, what would you like to convey to the readers and viewers through this book?
So the Lazy Girl's Guide to Being Fit actually came about because when I used to go to college, I used to see a lot of girls, guys, everything to be honest, who would just be like, oh, I hate working out. I don't want to go to the gym. I really don't enjoy it. Or, just living a more or less sedentary lifestyle or things like that. And that's when I was like, there's so many things you can do to get yourself moving without actually going to the gym. And, to get fit or to get your body moving, which is an important part of life, move. I always say, just move. Whatever you do, keep moving. So that was the whole idea behind the Lazy Girl's Guide to Being Fit, to tell people that whatever you do is better than sitting on the couch. And that's how it came about. And literally, the message is keep it simple. You can literally go shopping and you're still moving. And I actually went, and I remember at that age, of course, I was 17, 18 when I was actually writing the book. So at that time, I remember taking one of my watches and going and counting how many calories have I burnt while I shopped, and just these fun things that would then say like, look, even if you're going out and moving, walking around, whether it's shopping, whether it's doing the trampoline or Pilates or just yoga or going to the gym, there's just a lot of options out there, and that fitness should be something that you enjoy. It shouldn't be stressful. So if you try various forms of exercise, you will eventually find something that you like, connect with, and will be motivated to do.
You use the word keep it simple and smart, KISS, right?
Yeah.
Now, it's a simple yet very effective phrase that describes how you begin your day, you know. And so I want to know, how did you come across this phrase and use it in the context in which you used it
Yeah.
to inspire your clients and everyone who reads your book and comes in touch with you?
My version of KISS is with 3 S's, which is keep it safe, simple, and smart. So I actually do not remember how I came across this word, or how it came to me, or why I thought of it. Like, if you ask me how it came to me, I really don't remember. But I've been using it maybe for over 10, 12 years, and I always say KISS. And I remember somewhere I had gone and I was giving a speech, and at the end, I was like, yeah, and in life, always don't forget to kiss. And I was like, keep it safe, simple, and smart. And it's just a phrase that's so simple, and I think it can be applied everywhere, whether it's your fitness journey. It's important to keep it safe. You don't want to get injured. The last thing you want when you're going to get fitter is to be injured. So like, definitely keep it safe, keep it simple. It doesn't need to be complex. Keep it something that's easy, enjoyable, challenging, yes, but not something that has to be complex or make you like stressed out. And smart, something that will get you the maximum benefit in the least amount of time, because these days not everybody has a lot of time. So you want to train smart, get the maximum out of it. And just like we always say, minimum effort, maximum benefit. That's how you want to train.
So, Namrata, you have been promoting various brands, and and there have been a lot of people who have been promoting brands because they have a reach, they have an outreach. Now, is there something that you look for before you choose which brand you will take on promotions and which you will not promote? Is there a formula that
Yes, very much, because I think see, as a fitness influencer or somebody who I hope people take slightly seriously, when you put things out there, people might actually take what you've said seriously and try it out on themselves, or follow what you're saying, or give it a go. Because at the end of the day, if I'm saying this is something I believe in and something I do, then maybe some other people might want to do it. So I think it's very important, for me at least. I always, no matter which brand, product, clothing, I always try it on myself first. That's the first thing I do. I say, sounds lovely, everything's great, but I need to try it on myself. And I give it a couple of months. So before I actually close a brand deal, I give it a couple of months, of trying the product on myself, making sure it's something that I would actually consume myself, and not something that I'm just saying, oh, here, selling this product. That's not what I want to do, which is why I don't promote too many brands, because I only associate with brands that I truly believe in and truly believe would be beneficial for the audience. At the end of the day, yes, there are some products that are better for someone, may not be as good for somebody else. And that also, I make it very clear that I would put it in a disclaimer. So that, this is for certain kind of people or not for certain kind of people. And I don't know, I'm just, I have my team who also helps me, and they know that there are certain things I won't promote. So it doesn't even reach me, So I'm quite particular about trying products on myself, making sure I agree with the products, the services, and also, even if it's not something that you consume, something that I ethically would or morally would, be happy to promote. I think that's the most important.
so? Namrata, let me come to Pilates. First is,
Yes.
what is Pilates and how is this very different from other practices that exist?
So Pilates, I like to say Pilates was started by a man called Joseph Pilates for men at war. And then it was transformed for ballet and contemporary dancers. So what I always like to say is Pilates will give you the strength of a warrior, but the mean, long, flexible body of a dancer. So that is what Pilates is in a gist. It's the best of both worlds. It's going to make you strong. It's going to make you flexible. It's going to make you lean. It's also going to help you with your endurance, balance, stability, coordination, concentration. It's a very holistic form of fitness, and it's a mind body form of exercise. So it's not senseless. You are going to do movements which will require you to think, require you to, connect your core, focus on your breathing, and all those kinds of things. So Pilates is an incredible form that's extremely customized. So no matter who, whether a 10-year-old or an 80-year-old or somebody with maybe, a prenatal Pilates class, somebody who's pregnant or somebody who has an injury, maybe a shoulder injury, ligament tear, Pilates can benefit each and everyone because it's extremely customized. And it's also done on equipment like the reformer, Cadillac, chair, ladder barrel. And it's very different from other forms of exercise because one, you're working with resistance. So you're working with your own body weight and resistance. And it's very often compared to yoga simply because they both are mind and body forms of exercise, and both will make you focus on your breathing. But even the breathing style in both the workouts are very different.
Namrata, you said that it's very similar to yoga, and also you said that it requires a lot of mindfulness and brain work, to exercise using Pilates. Does that mean that the Pilates could help people manage their stress and reduce anxiety?
Yes, definitely. I think Pilates helps a lot because you're working so much with your breathing pattern. You're focusing a lot on your breathing. You're focusing on calming the mind. Also, any exercise would obviously help release good endorphins. So that comes with no matter which exercise form you do, that would always be a factor. But I do find with Pilates, because of the way the movements are, people actually feel really calm, relaxed, and happy by the end of class rather than stressed and exhausted. So that is a big bonus of Pilates. And I feel like if you even see the research at the moment, Pilates is one of the top forms of exercise. And in the top 5 forms in the world, there's yoga, Pilates, bar, which are all mindful movement exercises. And I think everyone now has understood the need. It's the need of the hour to move mindfully, to be conscious of your breath work, to be conscious of how you're, using your body for those 45 minutes or 1 hour. And I think everyone's understanding the importance of breath work and mindfulness.
Women frequently discuss weightlifting as a technique for developing their muscles, you know. And what do you think about it? What is your personal opinion about this?
I mean, weightlifting, see, whether you work with body weight, resistance, dead weight, which is your dumbbells, or like, your machines in the gym, any of these things are going to help you build muscle at the end of the day, whether it's for women or men. Now it depends what kind of muscles you're looking at. Do you want to be really muscular? Do you want to be leaner? Do you want to be like a dancer's body? Do you want to be like a weightlifter's body? It depends what you're looking at. But definitely all these forms of exercises will help you develop muscles, because when you're moving, when you're using your strength, whether it's to do a push-up without weights or you're doing a chest press with dumbbells, you're going to be working a certain amount of muscles that are going to have a certain amount of wear and tear, and which will eventually then come back stronger. So you are going to be building muscles, whether you weight lift, whether you do Pilates, whether you do yoga, you are working and strengthening muscles.
But, there's one aspect of building your body, building your muscles, or toning your body. But, like, for example, in yoga, they have certain postures that help you with your back pain, etc. Does Pilates also help in things like reducing your back pain?
Very much so. Pilates actually, I would say, would be one of the best forms to help with any kind of injury, because of how customized the class is, first of all, and how private the class is. You can really target any kind of injury. I have trained people with multiple slip discs, with a tailbone fracture, with dislocated shoulders, my knee, of course. And I tried everything to get better. And the only thing that helped me was Pilates. That's how I started Pilates, and started then saying that if it could help me, it can help so many other people out there. My dad had 40 years of back pain and would wake up every morning, trying to warm up his back, and would only be able to straighten out after maybe an hour or so of the morning going by, because his back used to get so bad. And I remember when we did the course, 5 days of Pilates, and for the first time in 40 years, he woke up pain-free, that he was actually looking for the pain and was wondering what had happened. Like, how did the pain go away? So, you're dealing with that. And he used to do yoga. He used to do a lot of things. And he definitely was able to move, but nothing helped him like Pilates. Because with the machines, the way they're designed, they can either challenge you, or so depending on your need, help you do a certain movement that will then help you strengthen those muscles that are otherwise maybe unable to, reach or target, or we challenge you depending on, again, the class and the needs and the requirements of each individual. So Pilates, I would say, is one of the best forms of rehab. It's injury free. You cannot get injured doing Pilates, and it's extremely safe on the joint.
That's something I did not know. That this is the one form of exercise where you can't get injured. Amazing. So, Namrata, there's something called electric muscle stimulation. How do you think it will change the future of exercise?
Oh, I think EMS training is an extremely intelligent way to train. It's a 20-minute workout done once or twice a week, and that's it. And one workout is equal to almost 4 strength training workouts, because of the way the impulses work. So basically, we know that the brain sends impulses to our muscles to contract, to our nerves, or, through the body, to tell our muscle, okay, you need to contract now. Now, what the EMS machine does is it mimics the impulses the brain sends to the body. And the body actually can't differentiate between the impulses the machine sends us and the brain sends us. So it's actually a very safe way to exercise. But it also helps you contract muscles which otherwise may not have been firing or contracting as well. So it's an extremely, extremely safe form of exercise that works the entire body. And in 20 minutes, the whole body is worked out from head to toe. So for people maybe who have less time, or do not have a lot of time, or, always on the go, or otherwise find exercise very difficult or strenuous, it's an extremely, extremely beneficial and easy way to get, well, it's not an easy workout, but it's an easy way to get your results and get your workout in.
Right. And how is EMS different from different workouts and effective in terms of achieving fitness? goals?
So actually, scientific research has proven that EMS has increased speed of athletes, has
Uh-huh.
increased the lifting capacity of weightlifters. Has one of our they do the 100 meter test, and they reduce the time by almost a second, which is huge.
Right.
And in just 4 sessions of EMS.
Mhm.
So you can see a huge jump in your speed, in your strength, even in your flexibility, and the way you can move your entire body improves. It also helps reduce pain. Again, it's a form of exercise that's extremely gentle on the joints. There's no pressure on the joints. You're doing movements that are safe on the joints, but very engaging for the muscles. And the benefit is just incredible. We've seen it with sports people, we've seen it with, fitness enthusiasts, we've seen it on ourselves, and I've been doing EMS with my horses. So I can see it on my horses too. So it's just such an incredible form of exercise.
I was just going to ask you where you are, and about your love for horses. I can see that clearly.
Yeah, there we go. One horse has decided to get out. Yeah. He's running after
Right. So,
the horse.
so Namrata, this EMS, do you think people are even aware of it, or do people know about EMS? And if not, then what are you doing about bringing it to everyone?
So I think awareness. So we got EMS actually to India over 5 years ago. And yeah, we were the first people to get EMS to India 5 years ago. And like I say, first we become the guinea pigs and try it on ourselves enough before we are sure that it's something that's good, beneficial, and helps others. We do our own, form of research and study and make sure we are also associated with Niha Body Tech, which is the EMS school in Germany. And we make sure that everything is perfect before we get our clients involved. So we used to do it at home. The machine was hidden at home and we used to work out. Now we started EMS in the studio a couple of years ago, about just after lockdown, actually. And so a lot of people, in-house people, have gotten to know about EMS. And just by word of mouth, the news has spread so much. And I think after we started, a lot more studios started, a lot more people decided to get EMS down. The only problem with EMS, I feel, at the moment in our country is the lack of education. And like I said, we are associated with the school in Germany, and we are constantly doing research and studies and working on ourselves and learning new things every day. And there are schools that do EMS for like 40 minutes and 35 minutes and those long sessions, and that's actually not beneficial for the body and more harmful for the body. So there's a lot of education that we're trying to bring in, and that's the reason I'm talking about it also right now, because hopefully people will watch this and realize that EMS is supposed to be only a 20-minute workout at max. More than that can actually harm you rather than help you. So a lot of education left. I think there's a long way to go for EMS. We've just started, I think, getting the word out there. And more than anything, I mean, people may be knowing about it, about the basic of EMS or what it is. But I think there's a long way to go before we can help people understand how 20 minutes of exercise is enough and you don't need to do it for 40 minutes or anything of that sort. We do it. My dad and I, when we do EMS, don't do more than 12, 13 minutes.
Right. The wellness
Yeah.
is an industry. At the end of the day, एक होता है शौक पूरा करना, second is to actually make a profitable venture out of it. So what is it that you do to make this a sustainable effort so that this venture can carry on and goes beyond where you are?
Pray. No, but honestly, yes, what we do, I think, for dad and me is definitely a passion project. We started, my dad used to be in the automobile industry and then, changed completely and came into the fitness world simply for his love for fitness, love for the human body and everything that it can do. So I think what really keeps us going is the passion for the business. And I think, we're trying to make Pilates more accessible to people across the country. We currently have 24, 25 centers across the country. And, we started with one little space in Mumbai, which was my dad's back office. And we just had one reformer. Now we have two full floors in that same space and, four centers in Mumbai. So I think the main thing is to just make sure that the quality is up there. I think that's the most important thing, because if we can make sure that the clients feel good about what they're doing, see results. And I always say, when people walk into the studio, I hope they walk in with a smile. And when they walk out, I hope they walk out with a bigger one. So I think that's really what we work on, just ensuring that our clients are really happy. The trainers are extremely well trained, and just having a team. I think having a team that can work well together, focus on others rather than themselves. I think that's the main thing in the wellness industry, because if you're looking at wellness is about, yes, ourselves, but also others. And so just being mentally present and available to each individual that we train and able to help them not only achieve their fitness goal, but a better lifestyle, I think that keeps the studios going.
And any plans to go beyond Mumbai?
Yes, we have. We have 4 centers in Mumbai. We have 3 in Delhi, 1 in Chandigarh at the moment, 2 in Pune, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bhubaneswar, Raipur, Jaipur.
Are these owned by you, or are these franchise?
So all the ones outside Mumbai are franchise, but the franchise is a very close knit of people. We like to say it's our Pilates studio family, where we all ensure that whether it's the franchise owner or the team, everybody is trained by us. We also give it to people who are extremely passionate about fitness, because like we said, it's a passion for us. And we always want to ensure that no matter which studio you go to, the quality is the same in every single place. The trainers are equally trained everywhere. So you can make sure that you have the best trainers training you no matter which center you go to, and you will get the same service everywhere. And you will always find that the studio owner or the franchise owner in every city is equally passionate about fitness. Question, I think.
Actually, how does it feel to be a fitness influencer?
I don't know. It's a complicated question, because when I started like just putting my journey on Instagram or Facebook or any of these, amazing platforms, I didn't know where it would go. I had no idea that this is how everything's going to boom. I think the internet has boomed, social media is booming. And so it's just something that happened by default. Never did I think that, I want to be, at least when I started off, I think there was no concept of influencers. Like, it was just like you're doing what you're doing and some people are seeing it and enjoying it. And now when I talk to even some people just slightly younger than me, they're like, what do you want to be? Oh, I want to be a travel influencer. I want to be a fitness influencer. So that concept really wasn't there when I started my journey. And so it's just happened by mistake, but it's a mistake that I love. So I'm happy about it. At times I feel like there's slight pressure also, because you have to kind of share content and like create content and keep up with the trends and the song that's trending. And it's a little complicated also, because I am slightly technologically handicapped, but I try my best, and I hope people enjoy it and engage with it. And I think the main thing, like I said earlier, is to make sure that I'm conscious about what I share and only share what won't hurt someone, harm someone, give warnings for anything. And even in terms of brands, just do what's ethically correct.
Correct. And tell me one thing, is there an age limit to start doing Pilates?
No, not at all. You can do it at any age. Like I said, my grandmom, who's 83 now, is doing Pilates. So, yeah.
That's amazing. And Namrata, this book that you have written, the book for lazy girls, does it apply to men as well?
It does, actually. And that's why I always used to joke with my publisher saying, like, why can't it just be lazy people's guide and not just lazy girls guide? But yeah, it does apply to everyone. It's the same.
Lovely. So, Namrata, before I let you go, my last question to you is, and this is something that because of seeing where you are, this question comes up. Tell us a little bit about your love for horses.
Oh my God, I cannot tell you. I think if there's one addiction, okay, maybe two, because I love my fitness, and the second one being my horses. I think it's a big addiction that I do not regret and absolutely love, because I come here, I spend time with my horses, I can work off my laptop with them around. And it's just the most calming, most relaxing, most wonderful bond to share with your horses, with your dogs. I don't know how it came about. I think my parents used to take me to see horses when I was younger, and they put me on some horses. And when I would go to Mahabaleshwar, I would go sit on a horse and just have. My father always used to say, "No fear." So that's what he taught me, and I used to just go and like go off with the horse. And after the lockdown, I really felt the need to connect with nature, to connect with animals even more than before.
Mhm.
And so I picked up riding again and started learning. And now I'm playing a bit of polo, I'm show jumping, I have a couple of horses of my own, and it's just the best thing that's happened to me.
That's
Second best,
so
maybe, after
amazing.
my Pilates.
That is so amazing. That is so
Yeah.
amazing. Namrata, thank you so much for taking out time to share your journey with us and become an inspiration for everyone who watches this. That despite all odds, despite all challenges, you overcame the speed bumps and did what you are doing today. It's an amazing journey. So thank you so much for being
Thank
with us.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.